Have you ever seen one of these? It's a finisher medal for a marathon. It's huge. If you have one of these, it means you persevered through 26.2 miles of terrain to finish a race. You got past the leg cramps, the water stations, and even the dreaded mile 20. You finished. Your perseverance paid off. Not everyone can say that. Just like runners in a race show perseverance on the track, Christians often have to show perseverance in their faith. This month, we'll discover more about what God can do when we keep believing and don't give up. We define perseverance as refusing to give up when life gets hard. Life was very difficult for early Christians. They were being persecuted by religious and non-religious authorities alike. They were forced into hiding. They met secretly in fear of violence. By simply continuing to believe that Jesus was the Son of God, the early Christians were seen as outcasts. When we read their stories in the Bible, we're reminded that those Christians refused to give up, even though life had gotten hard. Sometimes life is hard for the kids in your ministry as well. Chances are they aren't being persecuted for their faith, but bad things happen. Things don't turn out according to plan, and it's easy in those situations to give up and stop trusting God. But this month, we want to encourage them. Don't give up. Keep trusting God no matter what. Persevere in your faith. We start off our month with Jesus' last words before God brings him back to heaven. He gives his disciples an incredible task: to tell the world about him and his gift of salvation. This wouldn't be easy, but Jesus promised that he would always be with them. We want kids to remember that they can keep going because God is with them. In the following week, we find Paul and Silas. After they were arrested, they could have given up their calling to spread the message of Jesus. However, even in the middle of this difficult situation, they persevered and decided to worship God. And when the time came, they had the right words at the right time and helped the jailer and his family start a relationship with Jesus. We hope our kids can choose joy even when life gets hard. In week 3, we'll talk about how in order to keep going, we need to let go of everything that's keeping us from persevering well. We're surrounded by all sorts of people who've gone before us. They give us an incredible example to follow what it means to persevere, even through trials. When we trust Jesus with our life, God can help us let go of everything holding us back. We'll finish up the month with reminding kids how we should focus our attention on Jesus. He is the ultimate example of someone who endured death itself to accomplish the rescue mission God set out for him. We can keep going because of what Jesus did for us. While we're learning more about how God can help us persevere, we want kids and families to memorize Isaiah 40:31. But those who trust in the Lord will receive new strength. They will fly as high as eagles. They will run and not be tired. They will walk and not grow weak. This is one of the most important verses we can hide in our hearts and remember when we're going through hard times. God will give us the strength to persevere. When it comes down to it, we have all experienced things that we would have never experienced if we didn't push through the difficult times. When you get to the other side, you'll see something that you have never seen before and realize it was all worth a little perseverance.